Well, hello, viewers. Willie here. Yes, in person this time. Well, not in person. Usually just see my hands lately. I decided to make a video where I show my ugly mug for a change. Nothing in particular on this video, but I want to talk about some really cool things I saw at one of my favorite retro collectible stores. It's called East Carolina Collectibles. It's up in Robersonville, North Carolina. And this store is incredible. I've been going there for a number of months now. A lot of the games and toys I feature on the Toy Tomb has actually shown up. I've taken them to the store and they're for sale up there. A few of them are still there, like the Mego Star Trek phaser and that Beware the Spider game is up there. And there's a few other things I've taken up there just to pass stuff along and make room in the game cave here to make room for other things to make videos on. Like I said in the past, normally stuff I hang on to is stuff I had growing up or I have nostalgia for. If it's a toy or a game or something like that that I didn't have growing up, I don't have any nostalgia for it, that's usually when I'll just pass it on, get it out of the room to make more room. I try to limit my collection to only what's in this room. It's like a 10 by 10 room. Yeah, roughly 10 by 10. And there's stuff everywhere. One of these days, my wife's going to find me buried under all this stuff. A major retro lunch. Anyway, East Carolina Collectibles. Like I said, it's in Robertson, North Carolina. It's along Highway 64. As you come out of Raleigh, you go through Rocky Mount and Tarboro. And then between Tarboro and Williamston, North Carolina, is a little town of Robersonville. Now, the store does have a nice billboard out next to I-64 that you can see as you're approaching Robersonville. So if you're paying attention to the billboards, you'll see their advertisement. No, exit here. When you get off the exit, you go right down the main road. You cross over some railroad tracks. And when you're heading south, they'll be on the right-hand side. The building's not really marked. They don't have like a big sign or thing on the building, but it's right there in the corner, right past the tracks. If you're lucky, you may see my car parked there, either the Charger or the Orange Bomb, the Dodge Dart. I try to go up there every once in a while. Usually I go up there on Saturday mornings if I'm going to go up there. Today I took a little hiatus and decided to go up there because they got in a huge Star Wars collection, a vintage Kenner Star Wars collection. And there's a lot of cool stuff in there. There's stuff I've never seen before. I knew about it, but I've never seen it in person. The biggie is the skiff, complete in the box. I have never seen one of these in person, even back in the day when the Star Wars toys were being sold on the shelves. I don't ever remember seeing this thing. Of course, back then I was really into my car and cruising the strip, picking up the chickadees and listening to the loud rock music. Had my long hair. I was a hooligan. But yeah, seeing that skiff was pretty awesome. Another highlight was the TIE Interceptor. I've always liked the TIE Interceptor ship. I think it's a really cool design. It's kind of like the Empire's answer to the X-Wing. Having those four laser cannons. But yeah, I thought about asking about picking that one up, pricing it out, but I know it's going to be way expensive being complete in the box, and I'll let someone else get it because I don't really have any nostalgia for it. Now, I did pick up a Kenner Darth Vader TIE Fighter from 1978. I did have one of those. You probably see it sitting back there behind me. Got a little bit of work on it. The laser sounds don't work. So I'm going to get it working again, clean it up. It's in really good shape. Got a good price on it. They always give me real good deals up there. But anyway, they also had a bunch of the droids figures with the coins. Even had that little R2-D2 that had that big red eye that you saw in the... it's on Disney Plus. The Mandalorian? Was that the Mandalorian or was it Ahsoka? I can't remember. No, I think it was Ahsoka. There's this one scene where the one lady, I forgot her name, from the other animated series, Rebels or something like that. She's riding this speeder bike and she goes underneath this X-wing, and then on the back of the X-wing you'll see this R2 head turn. It's that classic R2 with a big red eye from the Droid series, which I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, I'm rambling. Tons of those droid figures there. Those have got some ones still in the card too that are out in the main shop. I don't think they were priced yet. Let's see. Well, I'm looking at my screen to remind me of the stuff I saw up there. Willie's brain doesn't do his brain things very good anymore because Willie's getting old, getting the old gray in the beard here. But anyway, what other neat Star Wars stuff they get? Oh, they got the battle wagon. The Ewok battle wagon. I've never seen one of those in a box before. This one's also complete in a box. They also had a complete in box land speeder up there as well. I was going to try to pick that up, but it's the later release. They had like this big red star on it, the classic or whatever it is. It wasn't the original one that came out back in '78 that I had, the original box. So that's one of the things I'm looking for. I didn't take a picture of it, so there's no picture over here of that. Oh, let's see what else I take pictures of. Oh, he has like the complete Max Rebo band. You can see a few of the figures laying on top of the TIE Interceptor box. He has all their instruments and stuff like that. And there's other figures to complete the band. Besides the Star Wars stuff, he got us some classic video game stuff. He has a complete in box Vader system. Looks pristine. I mean, really, really nice looking. Now, I like my Atari, but I would like to get the Atari 26 Heavy complete in the box with the chest piece on the outside for my collection. I've got my original 4-6er back there, 4-switcher in the box. And I've got that Sears Video Arcade 2 complete in the box as well that came with Space Invaders. So the lineup, I'd like to get a complete in box Atari 2600 Heavy with the chest piece on the front. I know it's going to be some crazy money when I find it, but yeah, that's just part of the fun of it. Anyway, they also to go along with that Atari, he had a tub full of Atari games, a bunch of loose ones. He had some in this like little Atari binder looking thing. I've sent to Ferg at the 2600 Game podcast a few times over the years. When I find them cheap, I buy them and send them up to him to put these loose games in. But these boxes that was turned in, they were pristine. There was no creases. They weren't crushed. They looked like they came right off the store shelf. Beautiful boxes. Of course, you can see a couple of pictures here. You can see the Empire Strikes Back. That's a really great game on the 2600. I love that game. There's Cosmic Creeps and some other ones that are in there. A lot of great titles, a ton of box games. He also had a complete in box Sega Master System up there with the Sega 3D glasses. No Zaxxon 3D though. I had a Sega Master System, but I got rid of all that stuff. It was taking up a lot of room. I didn't really have a lot of nostalgia for it. I'm more into the Genesis, so I got a ton of Genesis stuff back. You can see some of it on the shelf back there. Got the 32X and the other stuff up there somewhere in that mess back there. But it's kind of cool to see a box Sega Master System. What else do you have? Oh, if you like Stompers, he got a bunch of Stompers in too at the same time. Now, the ones you see this photo right here, these all work. He was testing them out, and he put all the ones that work inside of this Stomper case. But he's got other ones up there as well that aren't working that he's probably going to work on or just whatever. I don't know what he's going to do with them, how he's going to sell them or anything like that. I'd offered to repair them, but I don't want to mess with them. If it's not mine, I don't want to repair it. Afraid if I break it, I'll be like, oh no, I feel bad. It has some Rough Riders up there. And I don't know if you can see them or not. In that case, if you look next to that silver Stomper in the lower, let's see, when you're looking at the screen, it'll be your right. Lower right, you'll see there's 2 micro Stompers in there that are battery powered. I don't remember seeing those back in the day. They are cool as heck. Did any of you ever see these micro stompers before? 'Cause I sure haven't. I'm familiar with the bigger stompers. I still got one of them back there somewhere. But anyway. But anyway, there's a lot of other cool stuff up at the store as well. You know, they've got military stuff, you know, antique military weapons. Lots of comic books. Tons of comic books, all in these protective sleeves with the cardboard backing so you can flip through them and look through them. Really well done and well placed. Has a lot of Star Wars stuff there. A lot of the newer stuff from the Power of the Force 2 line up there. He has some of the 40th anniversary figures up there on the card. The ones that are a little bit taller than normal, but they're on like the vintage looking card, but just larger. Had a bunch of those up there, which is pretty cool. I looked at them, was nah, it's not for me. I don't have any place to keep stuff like that. But he has like some vintage toys there, a lot of games, lots of Hot Wheels. Or he has in there. What else do he have? I remember. It's hard to say. He's got so much stuff. This is probably one of the best retro collectible stores I've been to. It's a very unique store. The owners are super friendly, really nice, really personable, a lot of fun to talk to. So if you get a chance to visit the store, I highly recommend it. If you're ever in the Raleigh area or whatever, take a drive, like an hour or so to the east down 64 and hit this store. They do post their hours on Facebook. I know a lot of you are on Facebook, so I'm probably not going to know what their hours are, but typically when I go there on Saturdays, they're open from 10 to 4. I think Thursday and Fridays are open from 12 to 4, because I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that. They're open up on, I think open up another day of the week too, but I can't remember which day. Friday's the day, Saturday's usually the day I go, and I try to get there not long after they open at 10 o'clock before it gets really busy, because I like talking to them and everything. Plus see what kind of goodies came in for that week. Anyway, I ramble a lot. That's why I don't make these kind of videos, because I get distracted. I go everywhere when I talk. See, did I miss anything I wanted to talk about? No, I did. A lot of cool stuff in this store. I can't say enough about this place. It's so cool. Highly recommend it. Definitely go check it out when you get a chance. Anyway, as always, everyone, thanks for watching. Well, hello, fellow viewers. Have you ever noticed your fingers don't want to go the direction you want them to go on the screen when you're looking at yourself? It's kind of hard to line up things.